Hi everyone, Dr. Alicia Cole here. I'm a naturopathic physician and an athlete mom, and I wanted to jump on live today and talk with you for a few minutes about one of the complaints that I hear a lot from my patients, and especially the athlete moms I work with. And that's the concern about just not having enough energy to make it through your day. And I think a lot of people can certainly understand how that feels. And it's, I would say, again, 9 out of 10 patients that walk through my door say that they wish they had more energy. So what I was going to do today is share with you a little exercise I call an energy audit that I do with myself whenever I'm feeling that way and feeling like I need to address my lackluster energy and kind of get back some of my the pep in my step. And I think it's not, these aren't hard things to do. It's just usually it's where have my habits gone awry, where have my good habits changed into bad habits over the course of time as my work life and my home life have gotten hectic. I need to remind myself that these are some essentials of healthy lifestyle and get back to them. So hopefully this will be interesting for you, and maybe you can find a few spots where you can pick up some energy in your day. So the first one is caffeine. I want you to take a look at how much caffeine you're getting in the day. Caffeine, while yes, it gives us more energy first off in the morning, it actually causes the release of our stress hormones in our bodies. So, there's a lot of women and men who feel more agitated, and instead of, being able to kind of find energy that has a purpose, it actually creates this, kind of zingy energy that doesn't allow you to focus and get things done in your day. So look at how much caffeine that you're actually, taking in. Yes, it's a great short-term boost, but if you can wean yourself down a little bit, it actually will be a good assessment of what your fatigue levels are without it even. And certainly trying to keep the caffeine away from bedtime and later afternoon is always a good idea. The second place that I look at in my energy audit is alcohol intake. So it's summertime here in the US, and alcohol can sneak in more with backyard parties and events and weddings and all these fun things. But before you know it, you could be drinking, more than you normally do. And with that alcohol, you're certainly going to have effects the next day. You don't always sleep as well the night after you've had a drink or two. If you have that horrible hangover the next day, and then certainly dehydration can follow alcohol consumption. So take a look at alcohol intake and see, maybe time to dial it back a little bit and get back to drinking some more healthy alternatives. The third thing on the energy audit that I like to look at is my diet and whether I'm getting enough high protein or high protein content and low carbohydrates. Sometimes that gets swapped on me, and I end up fueling my day with too many carbs and too little protein. And what that does, it'll spike my blood sugar, and I'll feel good in the moment, kind of like the caffeine, and then I bomb out and I get that blood sugar crash that causes me to feel even worse. So making sure I'm getting plenty of protein first thing in the morning, whether it's in a smoothie or some scrambled eggs, or within my, maybe an hour to an hour and a half of waking up, I always try to get about 20 grams of protein to set my day on target, and then make sure those carbs don't sneak in over the course of my day, and keeping my protein nice and high. Next is sleep. This is kind of an obvious one, I would say. Yes, you're tired, get more sleep. It's not always the case though. It's the quality of sleep that's really important. So if you're a mom out there that has little ones, or a dad, certainly, it's not always up to us how much sleep we get. If it's multiple wake ups during the night, or sick kiddos, or just, doing sleep training kind of patterns with the kids, it can be really difficult to piece together chunks of time. And our body certainly would like a 4 to 5 hour block whenever possible of good sleep, but that doesn't always happen. So one of my tips is, try to lean on your partner if you can, even, swap off nights. They're in charge of getting up, so that you can get a chunk of time, 4 to 5 hours and one night, and then you swap off the next night. Even better would be if you chose like 3 nights in a row. So you knew you were getting consistent sleep 3 nights in a row. That would be great. The other trick is you want to try to get in bed before 11 and really like in bed and asleep. There's so many patients that come to talk to me that they're like, oh, well, I'm in bed and then I read for an hour or two, and they do all this stuff, and then before you know it, it's 1 o'clock before they actually are asleep. And we want to really get to sleep before 11 so that our cortisol patterns, which is our cortisol is our stress hormone, our cortisol patterns can be set so that the next day they follow the nice kind of circadian rhythm that they're used to following. So we won't feel the fatigue at the wrong parts of the day. So if you can shift your sleep cycle a little bit so that you make sure you're getting everything done you need to have done, and then you're in bed and asleep by 10 to 11, that would be a great way to find some extra energy. Along with that is just screen time and screen scrolling. I find for myself that just zaps me of my energy. Not only the looking at just junk that just depresses me or puts me out of, kind of an optimistic mind frame, the news and all this different stuff, but it just steals so much of your time too. And so then you feel like you're constantly playing catch up for different things. So getting rid of, that unnecessary or, very obvious kind of screen junk time, I think is really important for me when I'm doing an energy audit. And then the last thing is water intake. We know that when you're dehydrated, fatigue is one of the first signs of that. So check in and see, are you drinking enough water in your day? The goal should always be about half your body weight in ounces per day. So to do the math, you just take how many pounds you are, say you're 140 pounds, half of that is 70. So your goal should be about 70 ounces per day. If you're doing a lot of exercise in hot weather, of course, you want to add a little bit more to that. Different things can kind of affect that number, but overall, you want to make sure dehydration isn't the cause of one of your fatigue for sure. So there are a few ways that I check out my my energy levels and what could be causing them, try to shift my habits back into that healthy zone so that I can keep going. And hopefully this was helpful. I enjoy sharing this kind of stuff with you. If you have any other great tips for finding energy in your day, please share them in the comments. And I'd also like to invite you to join, if you're an athlete mom, join me on my Athlete Mom Connection Facebook group. I'm going to put the link in the comments here. It's a great place. I'm encouraging other athlete moms to come and connect and inspire one another, stay motivated, and just build a community with other like-minded individuals, essentially. So thanks so much for listening today. Again, my name is Dr. Alicia Cole. Have a great day.